driveway primitive here. I'm going to do a little video about these live traps. And I know most of you have seen these, and I want to talk about how they work. It's a very simple operation. There is a latch here, and you close the door, and there is a little, let me see if I can turn it here. There's a little hole here, and that little latch just goes right under there. And it's all set up. It's that easy. You put bait in the back. I like to tie a wire through the top and hang the bait. Some people dig a little hole underneath the trap back here and set the trap up on top of it. They'll put a little can of sardines or some bread with some peanut butter and jelly on there. For some reason, raccoons really love that. And they'll dig out a little hole, set this on top, so when the animal comes in, he tries to go through the bottom of the cage. That's a really clever way to do it. Actually, my mom does it that way. Perhaps I can get her to do a demo for us. But it's really easy. The animal comes in, and there's a plate here. There's a plate here on the bottom, and the door closes. Now, the reason you want to use a trap like this is because you don't want to kill the animal. People love the primitive traps, and there's a reason for that. It's clever the way, it's so industrious how people have developed ways to trap animals before this kind of fabricated trap was invented. But those traps kill. Even the snare traps that catch animals and pull them up in trees, they do damage to the animal. You typically have to kill it at least to get it out of the trap. So it's almost impossible to free an animal from a primitive trap without hurting it in some way or having to kill it. Now, having said that, we have caught another raccoon. He is sad because he's been trapped for a while here. We caught him last night, and it's taken me this long to get over here, but he has been in a shady spot. But he's kind of given up. He's sad. Don't underestimate these animals, though. You think that they're calm and they're trying to survive. They can turn on you so quickly. So he's not a pet. He's not tame. But a group of raccoons have been breaking into this chicken lot. I don't know if you can see behind me. This is what gets these guys in trouble. They eat chickens. They have an insatiable appetite for chickens. And I have some game photos I'll try to put in with this video of this little fella and 3 others breaking into this chicken lot. Damage. I have a wildlife area and permission to release this guy, and over the next few days I'll be trapping his friends and taking them over too, and hopefully they can find one another. It's hard on an animal to move it. Some of them don't make it. But he can't exist here in peace. So we're going to give him every chance we can. Now, I love to tell little factoids about raccoons because they really are beautiful animals. They did a study where they put raccoons away from food. They had to go through 13 different locks and latches. Now, the raccoons, as a species, they used a few different raccoons, were able to figure out 11 of the 13 locks and latches. A raccoon, if you show him a combination, if you teach him how to do a combination lock and show him the combination, can remember a 3-number combination for some time. They can remember how to get into latches and things and the solutions to different puzzles for up to 2 years. On the mammal intelligence scale, they're just under monkeys. Just under monkeys, just under primates. So they're extraordinary little critters. Their hands are almost like ours. They can pick up tiny things. You can get a dime out of your pocket really easy. A lot of people have had them as pets. President Coolidge, our president, had one of these as a pet, and I think his name was Rebecca. And people say that they make really good pets up till they hit puberty and older, and then they get super aggressive during the mating seasons, and they can't attack people. An animal like this can kill a dog. He's small. He's maybe 8 pounds. Around here they get up to maybe 15. Up north they get bigger. In colder weather, animals tend to get a little bigger. I read that the largest raccoon ever recorded was one that had been kept in captivity all its life, and it weighed 60 pounds. So That's a pretty big raccoon. This guy's, he's his natural weight. I imagine that the gang he's running with are probably litter mates, and they've all grown up together, and they're hunting together still. So it's going to be really stressful to move him away or her away from that group. What I'm hoping happens over the next few days, this week or so, I catch all the other three, and I can transport them to the same place, and I hope he hangs around for a few days trying to get acclimated, because where I'm taking him there's plenty of water, there's a creek and several little tributaries growing into the creek, and these animals love to catch things in the water. It's one of their primary sources of wild food. Crayfish, tiny little fish, different aquatic life. Their hands are so sensitive, and they can dig around in the water and grab stuff. So that's what my plan is, and I hope it works out. But you know, you try to catch them in a way that's not hurtful to them, transport them somewhere where they're not going to be a nuisance to humans and get themselves in trouble, and then you just hope for the best. The number one killer of these guys is people, and as many people as like to coon hunt, more of them actually get run over by cars than are hunted. So wish him the best. Hopefully we'll catch his brothers and sisters and they'll all go to a better place. Not the stew pot, but a pretty wild area, and I'll try to video some of the releases. Good boy, go on that way, go on that way. I know you're mad. I know. I do not want to get up. See if you can get out through there. There you go. Can you get on out? There you go. Good boy. Good boy. And there he goes. Off to a new life. A pretty big guy.